Yo Rana, and welcome to FM Tahiti. Hope you're all doing well. It's been a while since I've recorded anything. It's actually been about 15 days. Because, life and stuff. So I'd built up a bit of a backlog, a few videos, and I wanted to try and get them out in case there are any kind of responses to them. But also I had just that stuff going on in the way. So we've come back. We've done the sort of summer transfery stuff, which I'll show you now, and then we've got the Super Cup against the Sky Brights to play, so that's today. As you can see, there's lots of potential loan offers in the offing. Andrew Bullets, or Bult. Yeah, Bult's probably more like it, is fairly popular. But I'll show you the transfers for the Humpbacks. Remember, this is potentially our last season, so hopefully we make a bit of a splash. With the takeover, we've had some money sort of injected. So if we look at transfer centre, does it tell us how much? No transfer budget, but we've got a stupid wage budget. If we look at who's gone out first, so Jesse Thomas has gone out on loan to Uapo. Michael Wallace, who was part of the WAG, Wallace and Gerrard initially made a bit of a splash, has gone on a free to the Tubai Lagunas. You can see 31 league goals in 70 matches, which isn't horrendous. So it's better than 1 in 3, but wasn't quite enough for us. So he's off. And then Robbie Nyansaba has gone as well. He never really played for us. Doesn't look that good. Off he's gone to Tupai. We, on the other hand, brought in a kind of mixed bag. So we spent a tiny bit of money, technically. We spent about £525. Big money for us. First one in is Quentin Beauvalet on the left for a bit of competition on there, because we had some issues with some of our options on the left in terms of age. 15 caps, 8 goals for Tahiti, so he could be alright. Runs with the ball down left, shoots from distance. Not a massive fan of shoots from distance, but okay. Then we spent some money on Noah Deschamps from AS Chance, so from their youth academies, kind of highly rated, but he looked better. He's one of the ones where I told my team that I was going to strengthen in defence. We got him. He's 6'4" though, 14 years of age, so he's had his growth spurt. He could come and go, but it won't be this season. Then we've got Kilau Kawik. To Merton, 10 caps. Brought him in from Papite. That's not where he was originally, I don't think. So Takara Terras is where he's originally from. He's played in the Premiership last season. He's okay. Again, this was just an attempt to try and strengthen the squad just a tiny, tiny bit. Then we've got Jordan Roche. Tishan again, 27 caps, 2 goals. He spent most of last season on a free. No one picked him up. I kept trying. And again, he's just competition on the kind of right back position, because we're going to have hopefully more of a fight on the various fronts. We'll be playing in the OCL a bit more hopefully this season. If we're not, we'll be off. Brought him in. He's on £700 per week. It's a bit much, but I thought I might as well spend the money now if I'm going to be going potentially. And then this is probably the best defensive one we've bought. This is Sasha Huck. Tahitian, 19 caps. Where do we get them from? They were free transfer because they were released from Bora Bora. Pick oil for Bora Bora. And they actually look okay. So they should be good competition again in the sort of defensive positions. But otherwise, we kind of stayed the same. So looking at the squad, don't know if I've cleared out enough of the squad as I'd meant to, but in goal we're okay. Right back we've got McIntyre, Twig, and now Roche, as well as Morris, potentially. Probably more Morris than Twig this season. In the centre we've got Macasina, we've got Huck, we've got Bolt. We should be okay there. Chance gone, which is why we need to get that defender in. On the left, we've got Moses Dalouin, Quentin Beauvalet, Sam Richards, and Paul Manuel. So he's the one who is worth 23,000. Won the OCL with Taha, didn't he? So he's actually quite good. So he might get to go and play. So I probably didn't need Quentin Beauvalet, but we've got him. So we've got on the right, we've got Seth Waite. He's always done well. We've got Paul Pons as well. I don't know who he's supporting. He agrees with Semi Gerrard about something. I think this might be the whole strengthening the defence, so you might agree with him on that. So we've got those two on the right. At the centre, we have Andre, Spearling, Shroud, Weaver, and McCormick. So McCormick's the youth, can take use of the golden one, so we're going to give him a bit of a chance. And then obviously up front, Gerrard, Yanin, Tangara, and O'Keefe. That's quite good. Good selection for us there. And if you look at values, our most valuable player is Paul Manuel, one who's playing for Taha. And then we have Yanin, 22, Huck, and Moses Delawin. So I'm going to pause there and set up the Super Cup, and we'll see some of them in action. Okay, so we're back with the team for the Super Cup. Apologies, I'm a bit slow pointing stuff out because it has been yet another day since I recorded the very first bit of this video, which wasn't very long. But basically, we've got the Super Cup playing against the Sky Brights, who were reasonably strong last season. I say reasonably strong. Should we check how they did last season? Don't know why I needed to click on them to find that out. Probably an easier way than this. So yeah, they were runners-up. We beat it's on the last day. How soon I forget. Yeah, it was that last day, last-minute goal that meant we pipped them to the final spot. So, you know, the second strongest team. Which is weird saying that, if we're being the first for this one. So we've got the Sky Brights, but as is tradition, we're missing quite a few players on international duty. So quite a few potential first teamers: Smith, McIntyre, Huck, Lamb, Makasina, Cormick, Dalwin, Spearlin, Yanin. Tamangara's kind of first team, I guess, but we've got options. We've not able to quite fill the bench unless I go in and delve in the under-23s, but I'm not too bothered currently. So this is the team we've got. Server at left back, who's the youth player, not very good. Poundthorpe is meant to be good in the middle with Bolt, who isn't meant to be good but is. Roche, or Rocher, Jordan Rocher, who's the new right back. Pons, right midfield. Weaver and Shroud taking the middle, so Weaver's still sticking around. Beauvalet, who is our new left winger. And then O'Keefe and Gerrard up front, and Henderson in there. So it's a reasonable team, actually. I think this is the strongest kind of depleted team we've had in a long while. So let's see how they get on. Yeah, I don't care. Don't care that they're all tired and might die. Hopefully, we can win the Super Cup, because that's one I've not won yet. 4-1, 4-1. Overpowered. Yeah, we should be winning this one. We're champions. Bit weather. I mean, the weather's probably like 35-degree heat, but whatever. Yeah, natural choice. Been here for a while, he bangs them in. Everyone loves him. Away we go. So I think this is our third Super Cup we've been in. At the very least, it's our second. We've been in one before, at the very least. Not won it yet, so hopefully we'll break the curse now. So this season's going to be interesting. Oh, Gerrard almost there. Left foot. This will be an interesting season, because I think this is almost certainly our last season with the Sky. We've never played with the Sky Brights, with the Humpbacks. I touched on it before in some of the previous videos, but I think now we've got the money. Now we've won the title. We're going to try and defend the title and see if we can win the OCL. If we win the OCL, we'll probably stick around to see how we do in the Club World Championship. But otherwise, I think at the end of this season, we're going to resign and find a job elsewhere in the league. Not because I hate the Humpbacks, I love them, but this isn't a one-club kind of save. It was never meant to be. So it'd be nice to move around. I've got my eye on the Feral Cats in particular, but it'd be good to move around. Different island, different bit of scenery. Find somewhere new to live. Well, I didn't ever do that as part of the save, but I could do. Swung in. It's quite tight at the moment. They'll be missing some players too. Yeah, but it'll also be nice to go to a different team and just put in a new tactical kind of style. So I'm playing kind of my version of hoofball with the humpbacks, which has worked out alright, and I love playing that. But it does get a bit boring to watch when you're playing that in not just every match for your humpbacks, but every save I'm doing as well. I've got a few like offline saves that aren't going particularly well, but I do hoofball in those too. So it'd be good just to freshen it up and maybe create like a kind of Tahitian Barcelona or Ajax. Don't have anyone I can bring in off the bench who's going to be amazing. So I think that's kind of the plan. If I go to another club at the end of the season, or earlier, if it goes horribly wrong, we don't even manage to make it into the OCL and we're not going to defend our title, and I might go earlier, but it'd be nice to go somewhere else and create this kind of more short passing based flair, amazing sort of movements and runs, rather than kind of hoofing it to the amazing runs of one or two players. Yeah, just something a little bit different, and we can build the tactic up and have a look how it might work. Or we could just build a tactic based around the team you actually end up as and see what they've got, because that's going to also be an issue in terms of what manpower we have, where we end up. That's towards the end of the season, we don't have to worry about that just yet. Gone Beauvalet? Oh, offside. I mean, he was blatantly offside, I guess. Fair enough. Good call, referee. Actually, no. I'm not convinced that was it far enough. Let's make some subs. So it's people have been quiet, so let's Beauvalet hit the bar, so he was alright, but let's bring on Manuel. He's got, pedigree playing for Taha. So Morris for Roche. Richards on for Pons. That's all my subs. Say Richards on for Pons? Wait on for Pons, that's what I mean. Richards is the left winger who's probably in his last season because of his age now. And the fact that you've got younger, fresher legs ahead of him. With Beauvalet, Manuel, and Moses Dalouin. See, we're edging ahead of them stats-wise for most of the apart from possession, but we don't really care about that. Go on, bang it in. There we go. Away special. Did get it from these free kicks. That's going to go down as a set-piece goal. See, you want a sub? This is why I win titles. It's definitely not luck. Now they're overwhelmed. Good. One more piece of silverware to add to the trophy cabinet, hopefully. Hold on for the next 5 minutes. Past experience would tell me no, we can't, but I'm hopeful. They've not been that good. They've not really threatened. We've not had many attempts either, but at least they've not dominated us or anything like that. Close. Also looks a little offside, but that's not good. Stop him. That counts. Don't think he knew about it, but it counts. This must be the last. I mean, it was a good tackle. Not going to complain too much about that one. Just get rid of it. They got everyone up. Do wish you saw that more on FM. Wish the keeper had been up for that one. Don't know if there's an instruction you can give. Oh, there we go. Ticker tape. I think it's a bit excessive, considering it's the Super Cup, but okay. Well done, lads. Well done. Congrats. That's another one. So there we go. So we've won the Super Cup. 1-0. It was a fairly dull Super Cup, I guess, even though it's against like second place and FA Cup, Inter-Island Cup winners. So we've got Uapo and Taha first. I might play those two matches, and then we'll probably take bigger sort of gaps between the videos, just to see how we do with this season, really. I've got today off, so I might actually try and get as many of these done as possible. Not just because I like to have a couple of videos as a backlog, just in case, but also because I'm going away at the end of this month. I won't be able to record whilst I'm away, so I need to get something up recorded, so that'll be helpful for me. But there we go, we'll come back for the Uapoa and Taha matches. Thanks very much for watching.